Good evening and welcome to Nightfall in Amsterdam. Tonight we join a fairly large group, primarily of werewolves and one human, at the fairly new cyber cafe. It's opened recently, catering to both coffee, alcohol, and tech geeks. The Tesla Espresso Bistro is opened and been doing fairly good business. Good enough, in fact, that it has pulled some business from the local Fianna's pub. The bistro itself is fairly plain from the outside, but when you get inside, uh, you can. It's the Rolls Royce of cyber cafes, whereas most are fairly utilitarian desks lined up or cheap uh, couches that look like they belong in a dorm stacked around a coffee table. This one is instead filled with leatherback chairs and mahogany tables. There's some brass and chrome to trim things out, but for a cyber cafe, it has almost more of a upscale study feel to it. And it's relatively quiet tonight. Um, However, they are doing an open stage, trying to promote different culture. The bartender's a fairly quiet woman, very well dressed, so to speak. And I will turn it over to you guys to introduce yourselves.
When you say it's open stage, is that like open mic night and anybody can go hop up there and?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So Lucas is going to go do that then.
Jordan will be sitting at a table, probably sipping at some coffee and typing furiously at his computer. It's like a pretty average dude. He's got he's kind of dressed up a little bit, not too much, like a button-up shirt and some slacks. And anybody who knows how to tell it can tell the four dots of a silk fang breed.
There's also one wall. The wall behind the bar is filled with fine liquors and stuff, but then at the end of the bar there is a wall of leather-bound books as well, including law books and historical books. There's a couple of folks that are kind of perusing those.
Air's gonna go in and kind of just look around the bar area. Chill up there and just kind of scans the room to see if she knows anybody that's in here.
Colin will go in there and he'll just be checking it out, seeing what's stealing his business.
All right. Well, given you're kind of looking at the business side a little bit more, you would notice that they've got a number of craft beers, like their own craft beers and such.
Just like me, bastards.
I assume Lucas sees Colin and Air walking around over there, and if they look up at him, he'll give them a nod.
She'll nod back.
Then when he finishes whatever song it is he's playing, he'll
Colin.
pop off the stage and walk over.
Checking out the competition. She'll kind of elbow Colin.
That's what I'm here for. And ideas. Never hurts to steal a good idea.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You know, as a tech individual, you would probably have heard word on the street that this is where a lot of the tech startups will meet. A lot of entrepreneurs, that sort of think tanks as well.
That's a good thing. Colin's not very techy. Different niche.
A woman will come inside. Come inside to this internet cafe. It looks like she's furiously looking. John, all that she's looking for is the most common girls' names in the Netherlands, which she found. And when she does so, she will nod, turn off her phone, and then slide it into her pocket. So, like a lot of coffee places like Starbucks, do they just kind of have food out?
Yeah, they've got like the cases with like bakery and stuff.
Oh, okay, they're in cases.
Right.
Okay, awesome. No, fuck it. She's gonna walk up to the front and she'll look. Actually, no, she doesn't. She has that flaw. Never mind. Oh, Tiger.
Yes.
What tribe do you have the pure breed of?
Silverfang.
Okay. It looks like she's about to make a beeline for the front, but she stops at your character. And she turns. And she kind of leans forward and she hesitates for a moment, but then kind of takes a step back, tilts her head, and just takes a seat next to him.
Hi.
Hi.
Totally Space Knife pure breed 4 as well.
Can I help you?
No. You're good.
All right. He looks very confused.
So, what you doing? Points to the computer screen. Leans over.
Working on my thesis. Why?
I'm curious. What's your thesis on?
Just law things. Um,
Wait, what kind of things?
just law things. Things relating to the law.
Oh, I don't know a lot about that.
That's okay. A lot of people don't.
That's fair.
He's just
Um,
he's gonna like grab the coffee cup without taking his eyes off of her and slowly take a sip, and then put it back down.
my name is Isabel. It's good to meet you.
Good to meet you too. I'm Jordan.
Jordan. That is a good name. Yes. She will pretty much like she forgot, stick out her hand very abruptly.
He'll jump a little bit whenever she sticks out her hand, but he'll shake her hand. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, it is good to meet you too.
So what brings you here?
I was curious about places. I believe they're called internet cafes.
Yeah, that's what this is, I believe.
Yes, I have heard things about them, and I was curious, so I came here, and then I met you.
All right, cool. Well, I'm glad that happened. So what do you do, if you don't mind me asking?
I protect people. Yes.
Oh, cool. Cool. Are you like a police officer or something? Or
No. Mm, mm, yes.
so so you're not a police officer, but you are a police officer. Okay,
Yes.
I see. All right. All right. Um, all right. Cool. I'm just a student, so I don't know. Are you are you from here? Like, did you move here?
Uh, yes. Yes, I did. I just came here.
Cool. Same with me. I'm living. I moved here for school. He's kind of got the look of a face, like the look on his face of the man who's like, I'm telling this person a lot of information. Why am I telling this person all of this information?
That's fair. Um, oh yes, I've heard of people that move to learn. Yes, I'm familiar with this.
Cool. Uh, I imagine you guys can hear it. Yeah,
So,
like. I don't think there's. I
about that time, the gentleman pictured here comes in the door rather brusquely. He's on a cell phone, uh, talking rather loud. And he says, "Damn it, Kidrill, I told you. The answer is no. And if Captain fucking Leprechaun can turn you down and get away with it, you can leave me the hell alone. Or are you just letting it slide for him because he's dealing with all the parasites so you don't have to?" And he hangs up the phone and he sits down at the bar. Everyone will smell an absurd amount of Shadow Lord pure breed on him. And you guys can give me a perception primal urge as well.
Damn it, Primal Urge.
Oh, can I get the link to the rolls room, please?
I would allow alertness if you
Forgot
don't
we
have
used-
primal urge.
Oh, wait, who doesn't have primal urge?
If you don't have it, you can use alertness.
Okay.
Perception primal urge, correct?
Correct.
Can someone get send me a link to the rolls room?
I'm working on it.
I
Okay.
don't know if I can make the roll because my character has no idea what the fuck's happening. But
No, this one probably would not be applicable to you.
fair enough. I'm gonna roll
Oh,
some spaghetti real quick.
John, can I get a link to the rolls room, please?
It is in the
Oh, there you go.
chat.
My bad.
Oh, that's all right. I haven't. I actually run sessions on two computers. So I run Hangouts on one. I do everything else on the other. So I had to send it to myself first.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But it helps cut down on tab flipping a little bit.
That's legit. All right, how much primal urge does she have? She has that much.
A whopping 6%.
Colin got 2 successes.
Lucas got 3.
It's taking forever to load for me. Sorry, guys.
That's
fine.
While this is happening, Lucas is flagging down the bartender and pointing at a beer and then holding up 3 fingers.
Then the
Still just slay feel for it.
woman from behind the bar will come out, and she's actually got 3, and they're like nice glass signs with beer fresh off the tap.
Oh, Isabel has 5 successes, John.
All right.
Wow.
Lupus.
So this guy with all the Shadow Lord pure breed, you guys all pick up. He's carrying a significant amount of silver on him as well.
Goody.
Lucas tells the bartender, "Thanks, sweetheart," and hands a beer to Air and one to Colin.
I should hold up a glass.
Colin just wants to know if this beer is better than his.
So I'm assuming you guys caught wind of that.
Yeah, I did.
And he has a glass of vodka on the rocks. And he's sitting at the bar. Appears to kind of be chatting with the bartender, but fairly limited basis.
Yeah, Isabel's vision and attention is automatically shifted towards this dude. There is no attempt to hide the fact that she is staring.
Yeah, Air's kind of giving a look side-eyed. Lucas.
Yeah.
Well, Colin, is it better than your beer?
I don't know.
It would definitely be a good beer. It's a different style. They do a lot of coffee stouts and porters, real dark, earthy.
Colin will declare it as passable.
All right. So this silver covered dude just chilling.
Yeah,
Drink, like...
you can't actually see any silver on him, but you can
right.
definitely smell it and sense it. But yeah, he's just having his drink at this point.
Well, we probably ought to go talk to him.
Why not?
Lucas walks over and sits next to him.
What's the worst? Air will kind of give Colin an elbow to indicate follow.
He'll follow along, but he's still looking at the bar. He's distracted.
Lucas chugs the rest of his beer and then flags the bartender girl over again and says, "I'll have one of those fucking leprechauns."
And he chuckles a little bit at that. She smirks and she does it's an Irish beer and cider half and half, and then topped with Irish whiskey.
Oh, I have a bit of a side question, John. Are there people in the cafe that are afraid of either are they reacting to either of our rage scores, or is that no?
They don't seem to be, but it does seem like the people who were here somewhat cleared out. Like there's still people here, but like they're sitting on the far side.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
Okay.
Lucas kind of looks down at his drink. "What you drinking there?"
He looks at you and he goes, "Vodka. Because they won't get anything stronger."
Oh, vodka by itself. That's something. Anyway, you got to try one of these Captain Leprechauns. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah. Looks at you and he says, "It's not. Irish aren't really my thing."
The Irish are really only their own thing.
Colin just looks back and forth between him and raises an eyebrow.
Except this one. This one's all right.
As you guys are talking, another gentleman comes in and he looks at you guys first, very, very briefly, before coming up to the guy at the bar. And he goes, "What in the bloody hell did you tell them? They've been leaving me alone for weeks, letting me do my thing. And all of a sudden today, they're all crawling up my ass in the last half hour." And the guy at the bar turns and looks to Lucas, and he says, "And here we have Captain Leprechaun himself." And you guys,
just kind of looks at him.
you guys would pick up on Fiona Purebreed.
Jordan,
Hmm?
what's a leprechaun?
I can never remember his name, but I know Ash has met him.
It's like a little short dude. How do you not know what a leprechaun is?
I'm filtered.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just this little short dude in Ireland. They wear green and have pots of gold.
Yes, Aaron's met him before. This is Sean O'Rin.
Sean?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember his name off the top of my head.
But that man's not short at all. And I don't think he has any gold on him.
Doesn't have good taste in beer.
It's also used as like a derogatory term for Irish people.
Racism isn't nice.
You're right.
He looks at the rest of you, and then he looks back at the guy at the bar, and he says, "I don't know who in the bloody fuck your friends are, but they're all coming for you. They were coming for me, and they decided they're coming for you." And he looks back at the Irish guy, and he says, "So they were coming for you, and you decided to bring them here? That was your solution? Let's stand side by side so he can get both of us at once?"
Wait. Do I even want to know?
I do.
What have you all been up to?
The guy at the bar who was drinking the vodka pulls out a fairly large stack of money, tosses it to the bar to keep, and he says, "Josephine, you might want to take the other patrons and move them along. This should cover any damages."
Oh, hell.
And
Wait a
then
minute.
he takes out a large revolver and sets it on the counter, and you guys can all see that it's the revolver and the shells in it are silver.
Wait. Oh, God. Wait, so he just pulled a
Oh,
gun?
bloody hell.
Glance at Sean, and then glance at the revolver.
And Sean looks at him and he goes,
Isn't it-
"You know those things are fucking illegal here."
Oh.
The other guy says, "Meh, I'm Romanian. We were part of Soviet Russia. Everything's illegal somewhere. We do it anyway."
Why does he have a gun? What the fuck is happening?
I have no idea. I will do my job.
And why is everything silver? What the fuck is going on?
He
Air is just watching him very, very closely and carefully.
looks at Sean and then he looks at the other ones and he goes, looks at the rest of you, and then he looks back at Sean and he goes, boy, they sure fucking got high strung.
Because you pulled out a gun.
Yeah. I walked in, I was just sitting here, I was just drinking some coffee, I met somebody, then you walk in, you pull out a gun.
And
What?
Sean goes, no, mate, I think most of you got bloody jumpy because it's a silver gun.
No, it's a gun. A gun will kill people. It doesn't
Eric
matter
just,
what they're made
looks
out
at
of.
Sean and kind of rolls her eyes like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
I need everyone to roll me a perception alertness.
Even me?
Yes.
Hey. What's the difficulty?
This will be a standard difficulty.
I got nothing. Jordan is too freaked out by the gun to notice things.
1 for Lucas.
2 successes.
1 for Isabel.
1 for Colin.
2 successes.
Do I need to roll anything to activate the guitar fetish?
It's typically a gnosis roll to activate.
Okay.
Did everybody roll an alertness or not yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we all did.
I think everybody did.
Everybody, I think, had a 1 except for me. I had a 2. So not much better.
Jordan had nada. I know that.
Yeah. Jordan is too freaked out by the gun.
Which is actually appropriate. So the rest of you guys are able to just barely hear it and react. Jordan, you don't get a reaction as something causes the solid oak back door to fly in and hit you. And it
Wait.
knocks you over.
What hits us? And I didn't catch what hit us, my bad.
Nothing hit you guys, but the solid oak door off the back of the pub just hit Jordan.
Oh, shit.
Bloody hell.
Oh, no. She goes to check on Jordan and looking to see who is coming in or what is coming in.
All right. Well, before you even see them, you would smell them. There's a fair amount of Silverfang, Shadow Lord, and Get Purebreed piling through that door.
Does one of them have a Magnuson face?
Not the one you know, but has similar features.
Oh, goody.
There's also a woman and a man that seem to have Shadow Lord Purebreed, although not as much as the guy at the counter here. And one who is also a Silverfang Purebreed as well.
Is Jordan knocked the fuck out?
He is not, but he is definitely under the door and doesn't appear to be moving right now.
That's a pretty heavy door, sure.
I'm going to have everybody roll initiative at this point.
Okay.
Just to keep it simple.
No.
And then you guys will get one reaction before we go into full combat each. Other than Jordan.
Do I still roll initiative?
Yes.
Ooh, I got a 10 for 10 for my initial roll, so let's see. I gotta add my other
What's the
dice.
modifier for initiative?
It's you roll a single d10 and then you add your dexterity and your wits.
I have a 15 total. I'll put it in the side chat.
Colin has a whopping 7.
Lucas is at a 14.
Alright, so let's see. And I suppose I should roll for the other side. That would help, huh?
You don't have to roll for them. They all get flat fours for initiative.
Well, they do have a 13, though, so they act just before Jordan. Alright, so each of you guys gets a reaction to take here before we actually go into regular rotation. So basically, this will be a bonus round where Jordan can't act and neither will the enemies. So we will start with Isabel. You just saw the back door basically blow in. A couple of individuals come in clearly with violent intent. And that door knocked Jordan flat on his ass.
Okay. She smells a hell of a lot of pure breed in this room. So
There's a lot of
she's
it in
going
this room.
Yeah, so she's going to assume that these are either Kin or Garu here, which means that they will help clear the veil after all this is done. Hopefully. I'm going to spend a rage to activate Razor Claws, and I'm going to spend another rage pop for Rhinos. Fuck the police. We going ham.
Okay.
Yeah. Tim's going in ham.
Alright. Air would be next to act.
I am trying to get to my gifts and my sheets being a turtle.
Gifts, like the animated images.
I am going to activate my fetish. Oh wait, I'm in Hamid. I don't have claws, so it doesn't work. Um, I guess I suppose I have an idea as to what some of their issue is, if any other faces.
And so the one who smells of Get looks a lot like Vidar Magnuson, but older and more scarred up.
Okay.
So
She's just gonna take an opportunity to step forward, I guess. I mean, at this point, all she can do is try to get closer.
all right. So she's going to kind of move in, ready for conflict here.
Yeah, but not. I'm not shifting or anything because I don't know if they got everybody out yet. So, and if
Yeah,
they
there's
haven't
nobody
shifted,
else in here
oh, okay. Have
other
they
than
shifted?
they have not yet. They just kicked in the door, basically.
Okay. Well, good. Maybe there's no need to do a shifting thing, even though this is technically on lockdown. It's not necessary in the city. So yeah, I will just step forward. Stepping forward.
All right. Then we move to Lucas.
Lucas activates his fetish.
All right. Then we'll move to Colin because Jordan is out for the round.
Colin's just gonna yell out, "Everyone, hold on a second! What the fuck is going on here?" As he steps back out of the way, so he's not in the middle of the room.
All right. Well, that's going to roll it into regular initiative, so we go back to Isabel, first to act.
Are the dudes that came in brandishing weapons?
One of them has a length of chain. Roll me a perception investigation.
Do I have investigation? Holy shit, yeah, I do. No successes, though.
All right. Well, then you don't know as much about the chain, but the one's got a chain, and you can see the other one. I mean, they kicked in the door, literally.
Okay. If those others that are not succumbing to delirium, so she can only assume they got her kinfolk as well, if they're not turning up, she's gonna hold her action for right now.
The ones that just walked in, you're saying?
Them, but I'm also referring to the Fenrir and I think the Fiona.
The two who were at the bar,
Yeah.
the Shadow Lord and the Fiona.
I'm referring to my
Fiona
bad.
pure breed.
I'm talking about Ear. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Okay,
And
Air.
gotcha. Now I
Air
follow.
and I think Colin.
Sure. All right, fair enough.
Basically, what's going to trigger her action is if they attack, she's going to attack them.
Fair enough.
That's kind of what I'm waiting to see too. But she's going to make herself blatant and hopefully try to stop something going on here that shouldn't go down here. She'll step forward, her hand, hips, and just look her.
All right. So she is not acting yet either.
Right.
Okay. Which moves it to Lucas.
How many of them are there?
There are 4.
And Isabel's already in Krynos, right?
Yeah.
All right.
She's going full ham. Ever.
Shit. All right, fuck it. He shifts up too. But he's not spending rage to do it. He's just shifting.
Okay. All right. Then it falls to the NPCs. So the guy at the bar slams his vodka, picks up the revolver, and he looks over and he says, "Well, Captain, hope you brought more than pointy sticks, because turns out that, guess what? The leeches aren't the only ones here that like to cause problems." And he points at the female Shadow Lord, and he says, "Kidrill, I told you, I'm out. Now you come into a bar that I like to do business at, you interrupt my drink, and on top of that, you push the fucking Irishman in here that I had to talk to him. I figure I owe you at least one shot for that." And he points the gun and just starts, you can tell like he's taking careful aim, waiting for her to come closer. Then we have the 4 of them. And the older Get says, try to keep the kinfolk alive. They'll be useful to us later. All of them are pure enough to be beneficial for Magnuson.
Oh.
The other ones have made their choice already. And he shifts into a Krynos form. And is, it's a pretty, he's older, he's pretty scarred up as he shifts up. But it's kind of a gangly, fur is patchy. If he hasn't lost fights, he's definitely taken an aggressive beating in each of them. And Gidriel just kind of looks a little bit nervous as she shifts as well. The other Shadow Lord, the one with the chains, he doesn't shift fully, but his arms seem to get bigger. And then there it goes. Give me a second here.
Are you setting mood music or was that an accident? That was an accident, but that was
His
perfect mood.
phone, he's on call.
Oh, okay. That was perfect mood music, though.
Totally was.
Oh, I didn't catch what they were saying about the kinfolk. They're useful, and they said something mean, didn't
They're
they?
useful to Magnuson. That'll come to play later.
Oh. Okay. I think that means something to y'all. That don't mean nothing to Isabel
That
right now.
entails a lot with my character.
All right, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
caused a lot of trouble. We'll leave it at that, but it's for a good cause.
Fair enough. We gonna find out in a minute.
Well, maybe it could. We'll see how they. John says it's a good time for a restroom break if anyone has to go.
I might take that.
I might grab another soda.
I will take that. I'll be right back. back.
I'm back too. I'm just jamming tunes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bloop.
Beep boop.
Do, 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 do. don't have side chat up. John said it'll be like 2 minutes.
What?
Did everybody see side chat? Is that an option?
I don't mind.
Okay. If John's cool with it, I know this is you guys' intro scene and all.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, it's
I'll find out what's going on. Just turned around and went back in the house.